Hi, welcome to my channel. Are you new at Tekken 8 and trying to pick up learning Xiaoyu for the first time? Well, I'm going to show in this video how to play Xiaoyu, at least how I played Xiaoyu to get her to Bushin in Season 1. Battle Ruler at the moment in Season 2. So without further ado, let me take you through some of the key moves that you need to be doing on Xiaoyu. Now, Xiaoyu's whole game plan is built around her blue. And what I mean by blue, it's her heat engage. So if you press R1, that's her heat engage. Now, why is this so strong? Well, you got a few moves that you can do from this. First thing I'd like to show you is that if you do it your hypnotist move, you can recharge your blue bar essentially and not run out. Now, how often do I do this in a fight? I would only do it if I'm back there, but to be fair, the only reason why you want to be getting to blue is because of all her mix-ups. So let's say I get into blue. If I do 2-1 forward, she'll do this move. Now, if I go 2-1 forward and click 2 again, she's going to do this move. Now, that move is if the opponent likes to hit after you do this, you'll essentially get a counter hit on them. So I find it's like a very safe option to sort of engage the opponent when I'm in blue. Now, what do you do when you get into this position? Well, you can roll back forward and do a Bramby roll towards them. Now, to do the Bramby roll, you want to hold back 4+3, and that's going to get the roll. Now, if you want to do the kick, you just press 4+3 again, and it does the kick. Now, why is that kick important? The first thing is that this is like one of our key cheeses as a Xiaoyu player. And what I mean by cheese is that basically there are like a bunch of knowledge checks in this game, and you want to throw knowledge checks at your opponent to see if they know how to counter them. So in this case, if I throw this move and they decide to do a high, I'll actually launch them. Now, when I get them in the launch, I actually have a full combo. So if I do this, I can go like this, I can go like this, and then I can stand up and do that. Now, if they don't stand up after you do that kick, usually I just go and do this, or I'll go and do this move here. So yeah, to do this one, basically, back turn, 3+4, roll, kick. Once you get him in the air, you want to press 2, 2. You can do 3 2s, then you're going to go 1, 2, but in quick succession like that. Then once you're in this position, run up to them, press up, forward, 4, and you're going to do that kick. And then press down, let go, and press 4, and then you'll do that kick. Now, there are alternatives to the finishes. We can get to that later. The reason why I like still doing the Season 1 move is because a lot of people stand up and I hit it, and it's more damage than the alternative combo, at least what I've found. And if they decide to stand the floor, I just hit them with this, because like it's kind of like free damage. And I keep hitting them with that until they stand back up. You can do that, but if they roll, it can whiff. So yeah, that's one move you want to do from blue. Now, there's other moves from blue. So if you press forward and you go 2-1, she'll do that. But after the 2-1, if you hold back, you'll move into Hypnotist. Now, Hypnotist, you've got basically a number of options. You've got this option, which is 2. You've got this option, which is 3, which goes into a full combo, right? You've got this option, which I don't really use, but it's there. And you've got this option here, which is your unblockable move. Now, when I go into blue, I'm mostly looking for the mid, 2, or I'm looking for the low, which is 3. And once I hit the low, I want to follow up with 3+4 to do some extra damage. Now, if my opponent's one of those people that's really good at defending, really good at defending, then you want to hit him with this unblockable there. I think I've got that hotkeyed. So I think it might be... I'll have to check it. Okay, to do the unblockable move from Hypnotist, you want to press 2+3. But the reason why you don't want to press 2+3 on a controller is because it's incredibly difficult and it's really hard to click those 2 buttons. So what I do is I hotkey these 2 buttons to L2. So if I want to do it for me, I'll press L2 and it's going to do that move. Now, that's probably something pretty critical. Make sure you like hotkey the button inputs that you're having trouble with. So if you're on like a hit pad and you can do those buttons, that's cool. But if you're on a pad, you definitely want to hotkey 2 and 3 onto one of your like bumpers, basically. The other one that's good is that it allows you to do the throw from that position. Anyway, that's pretty much what I do from Hypnotist and from the blue. Now, there is one alternative from blue. If somebody decides to sidestep that, which is possible, you can do this move, which is forward 2, 1, 4. And it'll actually hit somebody that's trying to sidestep your move. That's just something to know. But yeah, basically the main three, that one, this one, and this one, those are the main three. If they're being really defensive, you want to be throwing that one out. And you'll be surprised how many people get hit with that. Now, the other thing from these moves is that, let's say you hit this one. If you're actually up against a wall like this, and you're in blue, you can actually get like even more combo out of them. So you can like do more damage by doing Bramby rolls, and if you wall carried them over there, it's really, really strong. So just bear in mind when you do that one, depending where you are in the arena, you may be able to get more damage than what you would normally do if you were just out here. Cool, now the next thing is how do you get into blue? So that's pretty much the most critical thing. So we know what we're trying to look for, which is all that blue stuff, all that heat engage moves, but how do you get there? The best one, because it's more like the safest option, is to hold back, press 4, and that's going to do that kick. Now, if you see that kick hit, you want to press immediately 1, and that's how you're going to get into blue. Now, if you don't see that kick hit and you do the 1 move after and do that, you're going to get mad punished. Like you'll essentially give someone instant access to their blue, or in some cases, some of these characters can launch you, and they'll basically just wipe half your health away. I like to say that if you do this move and they counter it, you pretty much are going to die. Like, you're going to either have to deal with the blue, or you're just like already at half health, or maybe dead if you already started at half health. So you always look at what your opponent's doing. Ideally, you want to look for when they're sidestepping or when they're attacking. Now, sometimes that means that you're not going to exactly hit confirm this because you won't expect them not to block. Like in this case, maybe I wasn't expecting it to not block. But if you saw a little bit of movement, that's kind of like your tell to like pre-hit confirm it. You don't want to look for it and hit confirm it. It's almost impossible. You want to see what they were doing. So see if they were trying to jab, see if they were trying to sidestep. If you see that, then you want to press the next button. Takes a little bit of practice, something I'm still improving at, but that's what I do for the ones that I actually get correct. If you just start throwing it out randomly like this, everyone knows how to punish it. But anyway, still a very strong way to get into blue. And one of your most important moves if you want to use the heat engaged kind of mix-ups on your opponents. The other way to get into blue is you press forward, forward 2 or forward, forward 1, and she'll do this move. Forward, forward 1 is a good move, but if you do forward, forward 1 and hold down, she'll go into this. Now, why this is so good is that if this move hits, you're plus 13 if you hold down, which means that you can immediately press 2 and 1 to go into this move, which is also a blue. Now, if this one, they block it, you don't want to do that because they'll punish you. They'll be able to block that and punish you. But if you see this one hit and you're down there, hit that and you got a free entry into blue. There are other ways to get into blue, but the last one I'll show you is kind of one that's cool. One of my favorites because it's a plus frame, but the problem is a lot of opponents expect it. But what you want to do is you want to go into back turn position, which is back 3 plus 4. And now this one I got hotkeyed, but you want to press 1 plus 2 at the same time. So for me, I hotkeyed it to this button, and you want to do that move. Once you see that move, you want to press 4, and she'll do that kick, and that's your last way into blue. Then you can go and do your combos and finish up with however you want, right? Okay, cool. So you got the blue, you got the way to get into blue. What are some other like tricks that people do? So if say you don't have your heat engaged anymore, you used it up. You know, maybe you misinputted it, or the opponent blocked everything and you don't have it anymore. Hasn't recharged, and you're just sitting here, okay, what do I do? What do I do? These are not like what the pros tell you to do, but I'm gonna say that at like our ranks, or my rank and lower, it's highly effective. So one move that I'm pretty like good at getting is to do like this move, which is down forward 3. And that's going to be what I like to call the slow low. It's got a real name, but I like my name. It sounds better. Now, why that move's so good is you've got like a full combo from it. And it's kind of the same combo that you're doing before, so you don't have to remember a lot. You can do that, and if you're on the wall, you can do your wall stuff. But yeah, there are other ways to do the combo, you know, but I find that I drop them more. They're kind of harder. So you can like learn how to do other ones that will probably result in more damage, but if you just want to play it safe, just stand back up, do back 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, and that's your combo there. So we go again, back 3 is that move, 2, 2, 1, 2, and then you'll get your combo out. And then from there, you can decide what you want to do. Do you want to like risk a launch? Do you want to go into another thing or do something a bit safer? Now, the good thing about this move in particular, you don't have to throw the move out. So a lot of people are going to block it because you're mad negative. If someone blocks that, you get launched instantly. Half your health deleted. So it's a high risk, high reward kind of move, but you can cancel it on Xiaoyu. So the good thing about this is that the better the opponent, the more likely they're going to crouch and try and block this move. So what I like to do is I like to cancel it, particularly if it's a very defensive opponent. If they're a person that likes to button click all the time, this canceling isn't going to work. You know, it's kind of pointless because they're just trying to hit you, right? But if there's someone who's a little bit patient, it's trying to block stuff, do this, do your down forward 3. But before the animation finishes, you want to press back. And then she's going to turn to back position. Now, what you can do from here, you have many choices. You have pretty much everything you can do from back turn. I like to follow up with the Bramby roll because I'm expecting the person's crouching, trying to block the first move. Now, if they're kind of like a bad blocker, they're kind of good the fact that they blocked in the first place, but some people will stay crouched for too long. Right, and they might not register that you cancelled the move. So those guys you can actually pick up into your combo, right? That we showed earlier. So it's kind of a good way to like cheese your opponent, right? It's like kind of one of the main cheeses. Obviously, this is a cheese in itself. There's different ways to get that, but this is like the bonus to it, being able to cancel. Now, the greatest thing about this is you can do the Bramby roll, you could do this punish, or you could go something safer, right? You have like a bunch of different options. You don't always have to take the risky path, but just know that you can like still get what you're going for, which is probably the launch. Now, sometimes what I like to do, I like to cancel it and then go low again, finishing with the power crush. So if you want to do that move, basically do your cancel, then do back, up, and 4, I think it is. Let me try and like check this. I kind of click them automatic. Oh yeah, sorry. It's not that. It's down, forward, back to get in the back turn, and then it's down, 4 to do that move. That move comes out a bit quicker in Season 2, so it's a little harder for them to react to. But usually what happens is someone will like crouch, block, and they'll stand up thinking you're going to do like a Bramby roll or some sort of launch to the mid, and then you just come back with the low again. It's not as rewarding as the first two, but at least like you still get your damage, and you sort of still have the advantage in the fight. So that one's kind of like a little bit of a low one to throw out. But as I said, you can throw other things. You don't always have to do like a launcher. Another one that's a little advanced to it is you can fish for a counter hit. So if I do this move and someone clicks at the same time and then press this button, if you see that animation, basically what that means is you've got yourself a free like combo. It's almost as good as an air. Right? She's like being aired and you can do something else. So you can do something simple. You can go and like try and like min-max your combo. It's really up to you. It's not really one I focus on too much, but there is ways to do it. Anyway, not one that I normally do, but it does exist. So if you're seeing combos that use this move in particular and they see that, a counter hit combo, just know that you can mix your opponent up from this like moveset and hope they click. The other way that's the preferred way that I do it is that I'll fish for this. So I'll have to turn off the counter hit to do it. I assume they block it. And then I cancel by holding down. So what I'm doing is I'm pressing 1, 2, and I'll hold down after I press 1. So I press 1, hold down, and I press 2, if that makes sense. And I do that really quick. Now why this is good is I can basically stay here and launch him like that. So usually someone will probably press after all that if they're like been blocking, and you can get him in that. This is a new thing that's come to Season 2. So a lot of people don't expect you to cancel in that situation. So yeah, you've got the blue stuff, you got ways to get in the blue, you got the slow low, you got the cancel from the slow low, you got the mix up in the slow low. So what else is there? Okay, so say I get to back turn position. I also can do facing your opponent. You want to press forward 1 + 2, and if I do it correctly, oh sorry, forward 2 + 3, and you're going to do that move on them. It's a 2 break for them, but what it means is you've also got like a full combo from that. It kind of tests somebody's throw defense, So you can do like a full combo. And you can even go into blue from there as well if you haven't got it, and like keep the combo going. I mainly just use this move literally just to knowledge check if they actually react to throws. That's my main purpose for this. So say like I got like a really good opponent that isn't falling for the Bramby roll, they're like punishing it, isn't falling for like this mix-up business, maybe doesn't like click on the counter hits. Last sort of cheese I'll knowledge check I like to throw at them is this one, just to see. Maybe they'll let me like do the throw, right? And if they let me do the throw, then I'll start trying to do it. You can cancel the throw by holding down, and you can go into like, hopefully they click, but we kind of got to watch your opponent basically. So those are the moves I use. If I think of one later, I'll bring it up, but those are like basically the like fundamentals of everything that I've done to get to like Bushin in Season 1 and currently Battle Ruler in Season 2, though I think I could probably still climb higher. Now, how do you do them? That's the thing. So if this is like the round start, you kind of got to watch how your opponent reacts. Do they like to step back? Do they like to sidestep? Do they like to immediately hit with something? Do they like to hit with something that's a high frame move or a low frame move? Like, is it a jab? Or is it something that's like a launcher? You got to like observe. Do they like to defend? That kind of stuff. And just see. If I see someone that likes to sidestep, this one has pretty good tracking. So there's a good chance that I can like catch it immediately at the start of the round. So you want to like, how I like to do it is I like to look for this immediately and look for the hit confirm, then finish. And then I'll go into the blue stuff. You know, if I'm too far away like that, I'll roll forward by pressing towards them, forward, and then 3+4 and nothing else. And that's how I'll do the roll. Once they get closer, I press down +4 and I finish up with a back up 4, which does the power crush there. And I just find that's like a really nice way to like quickly get damage at the start, you know? They're not expecting you probably to go low. Now, if we're at this distance, usually what I want to do is I want to press forward, 3, and I'm going to do that kick. If they block that kick, it's a plus frame. Then I have two options here. I can go into try and get blue again if I haven't activated blue already, or I can go into this move. If I press 3, I'll do this move. If an opponent clicks after getting hit with that move or before getting hit with that move, you're basically going to get a free launch on them. And to get the free launch, all you want to do is press 2 after it. And they're going to do that move and they're going to get launched, essentially. They'll end up in like this combo, and then you can keep going with whatever you need to do, which is kind of neat. So yeah, basically from a distance, 4, 3, look for that, and then decide how you're going to do this. I like to go like that because usually I'm not in blue, and then I can get into blue, and then I can start mixing them up with the blue stuff. Now here, this is very important in terms of how I catch opponents in blue. So say we're at this distance, I haven't activated yet. I jump in, activate that. Sometimes from this distance, they're thinking you're going to jump again, so they'll try and sidestep you. That's where I like to go into the slow low. Because they've just observed you doing that, so they're going to think, oh, he's going to do it again. And that's how I kind of mix up some people. I'll basically get them on the sidestep. This move here is very strong against people that sidestep, because when they sidestep, they usually don't have enough time to block it as well, unless they cancel the sidestep properly. It's really hard to actually execute. So if you're versing someone that likes to sidestep a lot, particularly at like when you're running in like that, it is viable. It's risky still, but it's viable. So yeah, I'll go like that. Now, if I happen to get into blue, what I want to do is, the safest option is to do this one. Roll in, hit him with that, and then run in. And when you get to about here, what you want to do is press back, 3+4, and sidestep. What usually happens is someone will like either try and hit and you'll sidestep their move, or they'll try and sidestep themselves and you're going to realign with your opponent. So what it's going to look like is you're in blue, you run in, sidestep whatever move they're just about to hit, and then press your heat activation R1. And then you're just going to get like mad damage and you're going to be in Hypnotist. So if I do it from like what it looks like from like a real situation, it'll look like this, right? Maybe like this, maybe like get the power crush, come in, sidestep. Now you're in this. Now you have choices. You either want to go mid which is your 2, or you go low, or you do those other options, right? This one, and there is one more which I haven't shown you, but I don't do it. But it is good in Season 2. It looks like this, if we do it properly. It looks like this. I think it's 4. That move there, because you can get a combo from it. Anyway, I don't really do that one much because I dropped the combo, but it is there. I find that they duck it because they're like expecting the low, but just know it's there. There's a few other choices. But what I like to do is, when I get into Hypnotist, if you hold the Hypnotist for a few steps like this, as soon as that wind appears and you press 3, you launch them, which then allows you to do like a full combo, which is really cool. If you press it before that, they don't get launched. You see the difference? If you hold it, now you got an air combo, right? Whatever air combo you want to do. So that one I really like. So if we go from that like live position again, we go like this, I go like this, we roll, we go down, we power crush, we come in, we can hit him with the slow low, right? Do our combo. Maybe we're running low, then we sidestep, hit him with the blue, wait, 1, 2, hit him, and you pretty much have just deleted their health, right? Pretty much just deleted them health, though I dropped the combo at the end, but yeah, really nice, really nice. Now you don't have to do it just the way I saw it. You could go in like this, and you could hold there and do it, right? It depends on what your opponent does. Just bear in mind that if you go into Hypnotist like this, somebody can hop kick you out of it. So if people are trained to see the Hypnotist, they might want to try and hop kick you or do like a really quick move to stop you from doing those like kind of strong ones. So that's why I always say like you want to probably test the waters with this move first. Even though it's not as rewarding, it's really just to see. Because if they block it, you know that they're not looking for Hypnotist. And then you know that next time, if they blocked it, next time you can like maybe cook them, right? Maybe go for something a little bit better. Maybe even go for this, which is really good against someone that wants to sit there and try and guess. So yeah, in terms of strategy, that's one strategy. Now, there's things I'm looking for when I'm doing this. I'm looking at how the opponent's reacting, and I think about what I threw at them the last time. So they're gonna block you every single time if the first time you do that, the second time you do that, the third time you do that, the fourth time you do that. If you keep doing that move, eventually they're gonna crouch, right? And they're gonna punish you. They're gonna figure you out, right? So you want to try and look at your opponent's patterns and like, you are guessing, right? But usually people like to block what they've seen in the past. They might not know that this move exists, right? They just might think only this move exists for all you know. So what I do is I don't try and do it too like repetitively, but at the same time, you don't want to like alternate all the time either, because some people will work by block low, crouch 1, block mid, crouch low, block mid. So you're looking at your opponent really and what they have done in the past, how are they blocking you? And just pay attention to that, because that's going to be important for the mix-up. Are they clicking straight away? Can you cook them? If they're not clicking straight away, it might be cookable. Are they ready for the low? Are they ready for the mid? If they're ready for both of those, but they're still blocking, well then you know, maybe I should give this a go. You know, maybe they're not expecting that. Are they hop kicking you out of it? Okay, maybe I just need to go like that. Are they sidestepping it? Okay, if they're gonna sidestep it, then I have to do the 2-1-3 move. So that's all like your variations, and that's what makes it like probably hard for the opponent to know what's coming their way, but that's kind of what I've been doing to like climb the ranks. Now, you can do that same strategy with everything. If every time I back turn and I do that move, right? Every time I back, and it could be that move or it could be this move, it doesn't really matter. But if I keep hitting them with a low every time I back turn, what do you think they're gonna do? Start doing? They're gonna start crouching because they're getting sick and tired of the damage, right? And that's what I want them to do. So I'll keep hitting them low till they like decide to do something about it. Yes, I'll probably get hurt when they do that, but then I know that they're not gonna just sit pretty like this, blocking back. Now they're going to be guessing, oh, is he going to go low or is he going to go mid again? So which it means that next time I get into back turn position, if they've just blocked low, well, now they don't know if I'm going to go low again or if I'm going to hit them with a launch. And that's where like the training is involved. And you got to do this quickly when you're versing your opponent. Ideally, you want to fill them out with safer moves first. Those, I don't always. I usually go into like the rewarding move, you know, because I don't have a lot of time. But yeah, you want to look at that. Same for this move. If I've cancelled the low, right, that might be fine. But next time they'll realize I'm trying to cancel a low and they might decide to like hit me out of my back turn, right? So then I'll go, okay, I won't cancel a low. Maybe I'll finish the low. Particularly if they've done like jabs. It really depends what they do. If they hit you with like if they hit you with a low after it like this, then I won't be doing slow low. But if they reacted with like a high move when I cancelled it, then I'll go, oh, next time I'll finish the low. And then I'll basically duck under their moves, right? What's the last thing I can explain with like the mix-ups? It's the same thing here. If I was to go low every time I do the cancel, it's the same situation. Eventually they're gonna start blocking low longer, and then I'm ready for a launch. I do this launch because it's safer, but you do have this launch, but you can get mad punish. This one you can get punished, but it's not like a super bad punish. Or you can just go straight into the throw if you want to be really like confusing. Now, if you take all of that stuff that I showed you and you mix it up on an opponent so that you're not like always doing the same thing unless you're trying to train them, you're basically going to just overwhelm your opponent, particularly if they're trying to block everything, because they like don't know if you're going to go low, mid, if you're going to cook them and air them, like should they block longer or shorter? Are you going to throw them? What's the throw break? And it starts playing on them a lot. And you'll find that once you get the overwhelming like thing on your opponent, you basically got the advantage enough that you're probably going to win, right? And obviously you're doing mad damage if you're getting your like hits on them. So yeah, that was pretty much everything I do. The hardest thing about my game plan, that just as like a warning, is like if anything of these things gets blocked, mad punish. And some of these are reactable. Like people can see and react to them if they've trained in them. Now, but it depends how you do it. Sometimes I'll go in like this, run, I'll do the slow low, run, do the slow low. And then next time they think when I run in, I'm going to do slow low, but I air them with a different move, right? So you can disguise it, but the reality is it's a like high frame move. And if they block it, you get punished, like half your health punished. So you just got to be careful when you do it and just judge your opponent and assess how defensive they are and how much you need to mix them up beforehand before you think it's safe to do it. You can throw it out to like counter moves, but then you got to understand those strings and which strings are safe and which strings aren't safe. Now, if you don't want to do that move, you can do like back down 2, and you can go into something like that. You know, you get your back turn, but if they block that, it's not so bad. If they parried it, it's pretty bad, but I mean, you're going to have to hit someone like with a low eventually in this game. You can't always just hit them high or in the mid section, because then they just never block. Oh, they'll just always block, I should say. But yeah, this is going to be your hardest thing, trying to get into blue. That's the hardest thing. So the easiest way is look for situations where the punish is one of these moves. Maybe your opponent does something and you can punish them with that move. That's one way. Maybe you want to get him in the air, right? So if I show like an air combo, maybe you get him in the air just randomly with something else. So I'll try and do one. You can hit him with like an actual move that will allow you to extend your combo into blue. Like this. Like this. Oh, we messed it up. We'll go again. This one's kind of annoying on control, I'll be honest. But you want to like go into Hypnotist, then you want to hit him with 3+4, then you want to dash forward 3 times, and then hold the third dash, press 2, like that. You want to dash forward twice, then press forward 2 to do this move, and that's going to catch him. Then you want to activate your blue, and that's how you do like the combo if you've got him in like something like this. Okay. And then you hit this, and if you're lucky, it hits like the legs. That's where you want to dash forward. You hit the legs, and then you can like extend your combo further. But it's just like you're using bar to do it, which is why it's not like ideal. Like if you look at my bar, you see how it's like pretty much half of it's almost gone immediately. But if you look at my bar from here, it's full. So ideally, you want to get into blue these other ways, but if you've got someone in the air in a combo and you can do that one, and you've got like good like mechanical skills for it, then then it's good. It's a bit like hit and miss for me. It really depends like where my opponent is. Usually like I'll whiff something, so, but at least you're in blue. And then you can decide, do you want to like risk doing one of these moves? Or do you just want to like quickly run in, a sidestep, crouch, whatever you want to do, like AOP, and then throw your blue out, right? You're not going to have a lot of time after doing it from a combo extender. But yeah, that's kind of like what I do in terms of getting into blue. It really depends on your opponent, a little bit of patience, but eventually someone makes a mistake and then you can capitalize on it. Maybe they sidestep and you get your like hit. Maybe they're running in and you can do this move on them. Or they're just like not expecting this move and they click, right? Like things happen. But yeah, you want to make sure you got those other things down pat. Obviously your combos, the better they are, the more damage you do, the less stuff you have to do here to like mix up your opponent. But as you can see, like I'm not the greatest player. Like I'm not like 100% execution rate. You can see it. I would be like dominating these combos, right? But it doesn't matter. You just gotta be able to know like how to mix up your opponent, how to get them keep guessing so that you can go and like launch them into something, right? And Xiaoyu's got so many launches. She's like the class that needs to be launching opponents. Like there's so many ways you can get somebody in the air and try and like counter them on something, right? Like there's stuff here that doesn't even look like a combo that can combo. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully it's something helpful. If you ever wanted to ask me questions, then jump on over to my Twitch, and then like I stream every day, Tekken 9 PM AEST, and I can like give you some pointers if you want. But like, I mean, I'm learning with you. So, but hopefully that can like speed you through Xiaoyu. You can like look at this with some actual like combo videos, put the two together, and you can see where you're actually like how to use these moves in the situations that you're in. Matchup knowledge is very key though. The more matchup knowledge you have, the easier it'll be to know where to insert your moves safely. But yeah, hopefully that helps, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.